Hey, it's Mark, RPM Tesla. Today we're here to introduce a new product for the performance spoiler market. So let's take a look at what we have on the back of this Model 3. This is our carbon fiber performance spoiler. And these two versions are our new, less expensive. And this is a ABS molded carbon fiber spoiler filled with 3M double tape. And it's solid plastic with a water-induced carbon fiber top layer. Again, this is not carbon fiber. It's not molded like carbon fiber. It's plastic with a carbon fiber finish. So we're going to start selling this item to everybody. We've got a lot of customers asking about getting a spoiler wrapped. So here is the ABS plastic version, and this is a fully vinyl wrapped version. So we want everyone to understand this is the same spoiler. It's wrapped in vinyl. It will last longer. It has a greater UV resistance, and we think this will be a big hit. So anyway, we wanted to let everyone know we're going to have these in stock first week in September. We're going to start shipping them, and let's look at them side by side because everybody wants to know if there's any difference dimensionally. So we're going to show you some angles here and let you see lined up right on top of each other. Now again, we always talk about the skinniness or the width of the original performance spoiler, and this is right about 2 inches wide, and you can see this is right about 2 inches wide. So if we take it off the car, you can see dimensionally they're almost identical. And again, let's take a look at the width. So this sits right on the edge of the bumper. This one is only put on a temporary installation to show us. But if we line all three of these up on this side, it fits identical to the Tesla performance version. And then over here, you can see that it's almost a 1/4 inch shorter. I think the only way to do it is to stack them right up on top of each other. So I'm going to do that real quick. And then we're going to give some dimensions, of course, in the video. But if you take the ABS plastic version and you put it right on top of each other, you'll notice only a slight difference. Like we've noticed that this performance version is about 1/2 inch wider than the ABS version. And here, same thing. So it's centered pretty equally. And about 1 finger off here and 1 finger off the other side. So if you're considering a spoiler, everybody wants carbon fiber, but the practicality of the ABS version is, number one, it's about $100 less. And if you don't want a carbon fiber spoiler, but you want us to wrap it in a glossy black, satin black, white pearl, any color, we can wrap this for you. It'll probably be an extra $40, $50 for a wrap version. So this is our solution. Again, these are going to be selling for $129, and we're going to have about 100 of them in stock next week after Labor Day. These are going to be selling for the usual $229 in glossy, and wrapped will be another $50. So we should be right at $229, $129, and $179 in either glossy black or satin black. A satin black chrome delete, you can see a perfect match. So if you're one of the customers like ours that do the satin black wheels or satin black chrome delete, it matches perfect. We just did a satin black chrome delete on this Model 3. And here you can see the ABS spoiler mounted on the back. And again, this is the plastic ABS spoiler wrapped in 3M satin black. Looks great with a matching chrome delete. All right, so let's get back here and we'll wrap it up with the installation next. So, which one do we want to install? The performance version, like I said, is only being held on, so we're not going to install this one. This is going out to a customer that's been patiently waiting. And again, if you've been waiting, thank you very much. We have hundreds and hundreds coming in, and we've got about 300 orders to fill. We've got new tooling, and we're making new tooling. So let's take the basic carbon fiber one. I think this will be the biggest seller. Notice that it's flexible. It's not stiff or rigid like real carbon fiber. I'm going to show you a quick video here on how to install your ABS plastic Model 3 performance spoiler. You're going to need a little bit of duct tape to hold down the tails or both sides. So I'm going to get a couple pieces of this ready right now. And you're also going to need to clean the edge or the mounting surface for both of the tape areas. So let's see here. Take it out of the package, and you'll notice that on the inside we've got two pieces of 3M VHB tape. This is going to pinch and grab onto the trunk. So let's get the surface cleaned up. We recommend using rubbing alcohol and cleaning the entire lip all the way from side to side, the top edge, the bottom edge. And again, we're in our testing lab right now. This is not an actual Model 3, but it is a Model 3 trunk. So at this point, let's check how it's going to fit, and you can decide if you want it or if you don't like it and you want to send it back. So when you put the spoiler on, you might notice that it doesn't seem to fit right. Well, this is actually designed to be a flexible fit where the two tips, when you push them down, seal against the ends, creating a very flush finish all the way across. So take a look at it. This is how it fits. You should have about a 5-inch gap from the end of the spoiler to the edge of your car, and you'll know you're centered correctly. So 5 inches side to side. Well, let's get started with the installation. So we just want to peel back a little bit of the double-sided tape, and it helps to have a knife or something sharp to get the brown tape backing off. So once you get one, peel it back about 2 inches and then stop. Same thing on the bottom of the spoiler. Just give it a little yank, and you'll notice that the double-sided foam adhesive tape is stuck to the spoiler, and it's going to fit perfectly right at this tip. So now we're going to place it back on the vehicle, and we want to find the center point. So this trunk obviously is marked. We use it for a fitment test, but yours won't be. So we want to take the spoiler and push it all the way on, and then push the tip down. And at this point, you want to be measuring to see if you're 5 inches from the end. And you see in this case, I'm not. I'm only about 4.5 inches. So we just move it over a little bit, right about there. So now we're at our marking point, which is how we check the spoilers by hand. And you'll see we're right there at 5 inches. So this is centered perfectly. There's no reason to check the other side. Now we're going to continue, and we're going to pull the end up and slide out the tape backings. Once you do that, we're going to push it back down, and you'll feel it grab right over the lip on the top and the bottom. And we're going to secure this, and we're going to take some tape and put this on just like this. And the tape is really required because you do need 72 hours for it to fully cure. 3M says you only get about 50% bonding if you don't leave this on for more than 24 hours. So please keep it on for 3 days, so 72 hours. And this end is secure. Now we're going to step back, and the rest of the spoiler is still loose. Just lift it up, pull on the bottom, and pull on the top. We're going to go halfway across, and then we're going to secure the middle. So again, now you can see how it flexes up and down. Just take your hand on here, push it down, and that's it. We've got half of it on. And we like to use some type of towel or something to push on it. So now we're going to continue and pull out the remainder of the VHB tape backing. And then with both hands, just simply take it, place it down, push forward. It will open up and it will be seated perfectly. Then grab your other piece of tape. And again, pressure sensitive adhesive tape needs pressure. It activates it. It allows it to bond to whatever we're putting it on. And that would be the clear coated paint of your car. So we need pressure on here. And again, you can take the tape here once you get it on, lift it up and pull it forward. So it's applying pressure that way. And then with your microfiber towel, take a few minutes and just apply pressure up and down on both the top and the bottom where the tape is sealing. And that's it. Your spoiler is on. It's not going to come off unless you want to remove it with a lot of pressure. And again, if you want to take it off, you can heat it up, and that will make the VHB adhesive liquefy, and you can remove it at any time. Again, this will hold on to any type of vehicle, even if you have it wrapped with paint protection film. We suggest just removing ceramic coatings from it by just using maybe a magic sponge or a lot of rubbing alcohol, and you only have to remove about 1 inch of it along the lip. That's it. Leave the tape on 72 hours and you've got a great fit. Some people like to put one more piece right over the center, and again you put it right over the T logo, stretch it up, and then forward pressure is really going to help ensure that this is going to bond and stick very well to your paint. And that's it. It's applied, and enjoy. Don't take it off. 72 hours, 3 days. Keep this tape on and put a lot of pressure on the ends because there is a little bit of a curve created by the installation to make it fit perfect. Thanks again. The affordable performance carbon fiber spoiler. Of course, we're wrapping these in different materials for people, but it is a great weave pattern, and it is a carbon fiber printed finish over ABS plastic. Thanks again, RPM Tesla. Okay, that should be good. And then we're going to get some close-ups, and the fit is amazing. Look at it on both sides. Look at how the tips sit perfect, and you'll get the same exact fitment out of the satin wrapped one, obviously, because it fits in the same exact spot. And look at the fitting on the sides. Look at how nice this lines up. Better than the original version that the Tesla installers put on. So again, this looks absolutely beautiful. There's only one other drawback if you're thinking about saving $100, and that is UV protection. ABS plastic does not have UV protection. This carbon fiber is guaranteed by us for 1 to 2 years, never to fade, peel, crack, or yellow because of UV protection. So, with satin black, you've got a 3 to 5 year guarantee from 3M because we're using 3M double-sided tape and 3M vinyl satin black. So we know the lifespan of this material is many years. The only thing we don't know about is this imported ABS plastic version that we're bringing in for the lower end market, customers that want to add a spoiler but they don't want to buy a real carbon fiber spoiler, or they want to wrap it. So we recommend using some kind of nano ceramic coating on it or something to add UV protection. It should last 6 months, maybe 1 or 2 years before the plastic might get attacked from the sunlight and the UV resistance. Thanks again. It's Mark, RPM Tesla. Performance Model 3 spoiler options here at RPM. Thanks again. And these will be online and shipping right after Labor Day. and we need an extra week or two, or maybe 1 week extra, to wrap it in a beautiful satin black. But again, an affordable, super affordable way to give your car that sporty look. Let's get a little bit more video with it sitting there all by itself, and we'll get some stills. And again, ABS plastic, water-induced carbon fiber coating. So it's not molded carbon fiber, but it sure looks like it when you compare it to the performance version. You can see the difference. Obviously it doesn't have the three-dimensional look like the real carbon fiber with the weave pattern, but it's still very nice, very beautiful. And if you're a satin black guy, look at how nice this will look on your car for $179, and it won't have any problem with the UV resistance for a few years. Thanks again, RPM Tesla Aftermarket Accessories. This is Mark.